Bitcoin and cryptocurrency for beginners. Bitcoin price has been going up 55.18% year to date, but this is what I'm really interested about, this bump in the price. In this video, I'm going to tell you the story behind this bump and why Bitcoin and cryptocurrency prices could be going up a lot higher next year, 2024. At the end of the video, I'm going to tell you 2 reasons why Bitcoin and cryptocurrency could be a lot more bullish next year. In this video, there are 2 characters. One is Grayscale. Grayscale is an investment asset management company for digital currency like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. They have trust for all these cryptocurrency and digital currency, and a lot of investors invest their money in these trust funds. And second character is SEC, Gary Gensler. SEC is US Securities and Exchange Commission that oversees public securities, stocks, equities, and digital currency and cryptocurrencies. If they want to list ETF or if they want to go public, that private companies going public, they have to adhere to some of the rules set by SEC. SEC look out for normal, average, regular investor interest. So how do these 2 characters connect with each other? Grayscale has GBTC, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. They want to convert this trust into spot ETF. SEC has been denying all spot Bitcoin ETF all the time. So you might ask, what's the issues with having trust? There are 2 issues. GBTC is a trust issuing shares that represent a fraction of underlying assets, which is Bitcoin. So its net asset value is not the same as Bitcoin. So you might be buying GBTC at a discount or a premium. So it's very rare that you are buying at the net asset value. So that's one issue. Let's say you are putting 24,000 in trust, but it doesn't mean that you will only get 24,000 worth of Bitcoin. You could be getting less or you could be getting more. So that's the issue with the trust. And another issue is GBTC has a high fees of 2%. Usually spot ETFs has a fees ranging from 0.1% to 1.4%, 1.5%, but not as much as 2%. 2% fee is quite a lot. So by converting their trust into spot Bitcoin ETF, they could be getting a lot more investor. And institutional investor, billionaires and all billions of dollars, they need to adhere to some of the rules before they invest in Bitcoin. They can't just buy Bitcoin on the market. They can't do that. So what they can do is they can buy ETF. So if they have ETF is regulated by SEC. So a lot of investors, they have more trust, billions of dollars. So they will be buying a lot more money. They will be putting their investment funds into Grayscale. So Grayscale makes more money. Of course, that's why they want spot Bitcoin ETF. And because SEC denied its applications, what did Grayscale do? They sued SEC for denying its spot Bitcoin ETF. Remember, US is one of the few countries that you can sue the government, which is a privilege, which is really good. They did it. So why did SEC deny its application? SEC has long argued against the launch of Bitcoin spot ETF because there is too much potential for fraud and manipulation in the market. So a lot of big investors could be buying ETF or Bitcoin to pump up the price. Then when retail investors start putting so much money in, and they could dump Bitcoin or Bitcoin ETFs into the market. That's what SEC argued. So what happened in the court? Grayscale wins SEC lawsuit for Bitcoin ETF review. So that means that the judge ordered SEC to review Grayscale application again. So SEC has to come up with more reason, a better reason to deny application. So why did court rule in favor of Grayscale? Grayscale argued a spot Bitcoin ETF will not be sufficiently different or more dangerous from the futures ETF Bitcoin that SEC already approved. Remember, SEC has approved Bitcoin futures ETF before, so it does not make sense for SEC to deny Bitcoin spot ETF. And most importantly, Grayscale argued that spot and futures market for Bitcoin are 99.9% correlated. Futures means that you agree to buy Bitcoin in future 1 year at this price, and spot price is different from futures, but over time these prices gonna converge. They are related. Let's say you are a farmer, you want to sell your rice to consumers, so you sell the contract, future contract. I'm going to sell you 10 bags of rice next year. So what do? You enter into future contract to sell 10 bags of rice at this price. It could be more or it could be less than the spot price. Usually it's more than the spot price because of inflation. So once the time goes by, the prices of spot becomes closer to the futures. The price of today could be so much different from the price from 1 year, but the price of today is not much different from the price for tomorrow. Remember, once the time close to each other, futures and spots becomes almost one. So that's what Grayscale has been arguing. 99.9% correlated, either directionally or the price converges. SEC neither disputed Grayscale argument that spot and future markets for Bitcoin are 99.9% correlated, nor suggested that market inefficiencies or factors could undermine the correlations. That's why the three-panel judge ruled in favor of Grayscale unanimously. That's a big win. BITO, BITO, ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, is a futures Bitcoin ETFs. So if you approve futures ETF, it does not make sense for you to deny spot Bitcoin ETF. So after the wins, Grayscale urges US SEC to approve Bitcoin spot ETF following the court victory. So what options does SEC have? SEC could appeal or not, or they could delay doing the appeal, and they could approve some or all applications, and they can find new rationale to deny applications. Remember, they need to come up with really good, better arguments or rationales or reasons to deny application. Even though Grayscale won the lawsuit, it does not mean automatic approval. It just means that SEC has to review it again, and they have to approve, or they have to come up with much better arguments and reasons to deny applications. That's a big win for crypto investor. That's a big win for institution investor. That's a big win for you. You can buy ETF right now rather than just going through third party or decentralized exchange. It's much easier, it's much safer, it's much smoother, and the fees could be much less also. So how many days does SEC have to appear? SEC has 45 days to appear. If SEC has decided not to appear, they need to consider and approve some of the spot Bitcoin ETFs. What are they? Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, ARK21 Shares, Bitwise, BlackRock, and Vanit Bitcoin Trust, WisdomTree, Valkyrie, Bitcoin Trust, Invesco, Fidelity. There are a lot more Bitcoin ETF coming into the market. If they just approve one or more, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency prices could go up a lot more. Remember, if they approve spot Bitcoin ETF and other cryptocurrency ETF, a lot of institutional investors, billions of dollars, could invest in cryptocurrency after that. How powerful is that? After Grayscale won the lawsuit, SEC has a few applications to approve or deny. So what did SEC do? They delay applications consideration. Of course, they can't approve just right away. They need to think about if they want to deny the application, they need to come up with better reason, better rationales. Or if they are going to approve, they need to consider everything on behalf of the investor. Does it make sense? What type of framework, what types of rules they need to introduce before approving ETF? That's why they delay the applications, but it's in the right directions. The way is big for all the investors for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Once SEC approve spot Bitcoin ETF, a lot of money is gonna flow into cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. That's the first reason why Bitcoin and cryptocurrency could be going up a lot more next year, 2024. And the second reason, and also important reason why Bitcoin and cryptocurrency could be a lot more bullish next year, 2024, is Bitcoin halving event in 2024 or April 26, 2024. Usually when halving comes, that's when Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency prices go up a lot more. So we could be seeing that again this time around next year, 2024. How many of you have bought Bitcoin or other cryptocurrency? Comment down below, and you could be a billionaire. How many billionaires are there in cryptocurrency? There are right now 6 Bitcoin billionaires in the world. So could you be the next? Which cryptocurrency do you think could go up a lot more and could make you millions or even billions? Comment down below. If you want to know more about Bitcoins and cryptocurrency and other ways to make more money, you can check out my playlist and go to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and other playlists. Share, subscribe. Do you want to retire early? Do you love freedom? Do you want to work only 1 to 2 hours a day while traveling around the world and spend more time with your family? You can start stock investing and option trading right now.